You're watching the Touchliner Podcast. Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchliner Season 3, Episode 10. Double digits.
10?
Absolutely massive.
That many?
That many.
Every time we're like, how many are we going to do? When will we end? I will end this podcast when Newcastle get relegated. Whenever that is, I won't be able to. Does anybody care to watch a championship podcast? That's what you have to say.
Shout out to Pat and Max. They had a championship podcast.
Brighton.
And Leeds. Yeah, it was Leeds.
No, I'm joking.
Meslier.
Shittest keeper ever.
Literally got bum of the week, even though we don't cover championship.
Yeah, just a terrible, terrible goalkeeper.
Worst moment of the year so far. Well, some would say, because something actually happened recently. But before we get into that, little teasing, let's talk about you.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do. Newcastle, winless through the month of October.
Yes.
Finally scored an open play goal after more than 7 hours. Humiliated by Palmer.
I wouldn't say humiliated.
Embarrassed.
I wouldn't say embarrassed either.
Pulled his shorts down and took a dump on your doorstep.
You think so?
Yes.
Interesting. He had a great game. Palmer had a really good game. What's going on with Newcastle right now?
What is going on with Newcastle right now? I'm surprised there's not more attention on it. Maybe there is in the Newcastle fan base.
Sit back, brother. Let me.
Here we go. Cook.
I am wearing this to represent what Newcastle used to be.
There.
It feels like we have taken a step backwards. And, you know, fans who have been there since, you know, this kit was around have been maybe some of the newer fans, some of the newer generation who have, you know, only been there since the takeover started. Any kind of Newcastle fan is now getting to a point, I feel, where we are looking at all the walls around us and we are seeing the writing. The writing is on the wall for Eddie Howe. Because it doesn't seem like we've looked at this project. We started this project 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago now?
Yeah,
maybe
it's about
just over 3 years ago.
Coming on to 3 years.
Coming on to 3 years. And each season there has been a linear progression. You know, first we survive the relegation. The season after we shoot up to fourth.
Unreal.
In the league. Amazing. Cup final.
The
next season happens. Smashed with injuries. Fair play. Ain't no one complaining about that, okay? We've started this season, you know, Tonali back, some backup signings in, no massive injuries, coming off a good Euros, so our England players should be firing, or the few English players we had in there. And we've just not hit the ground running, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's Eddie Howe. I don't know if it's PSR restraints. I don't know if it's, you know, in the back, on the board. Obviously, we had Stavely come in and go, and there's been some internal sort of issues there. And I'm a bit worried. I must say I am a little bit worried because I don't know what this season's going to look like after the beginning of how we've started the year.
Yeah.
We are 16th in the league for goals, 17th for shots converted.
Yeah. You got the second worst XG to goal ratio, only
behind you
us.
bums. So
we're mudded. Both our clubs have been on the same trajectory.
Do you remember when we were doing a podcast about how we were both going to be in a cup final against each other?
Yeah.
And now look at us, just fucking shit.
You're 12th, I'm 14th. What's the
12th?
point? We're 14th.
Right. Mid-table.
If we lose to Chelsea and Leicester beat, I think it's Ipswich, and Everton beat, I don't know, someone else really easy, Southampton, we go 16th.
I thought you were about to be like,
not
go to the relegation.
But that's 10 games in.
Speaking of your club, Erik 10 Hag.
Sacked.
Gone.
Sacked today at midday. Caught me completely off guard. I was working, obviously. Doing
at Graft.
the journalism.
Yeah.
I even broke the story, so I got some little jabs in there.
Go and read that.
Yep, read
obviously.
it in the links in the description. Obviously, put a little, our worst start to a Premier League season. Having one win in the last 8. Haven't won any Europa League
record
games.
broken for the worst Premier League start in the season.
He broke his own record.
Broke his own record.
Now, there's a lot to unpack here, and I'm very wary of missing any points. So I wrote it all down on my iPhone device.
That's what a journalist would do.
It's true. It's true.
You don't want to see what's in my notes app. Let me tell you that.
Okay, P. Diddy. So the game that cost him is we played West Ham. And
the battle for who's going to get sacked first.
That's true.
Some would say.
It's true. And
also, we predicted West Ham to be like 5th this year.
Did we?
Yeah, because they signed Somerville.
Yeah,
they signed like.
To be fair, Somerville cooked us. Not that it's hard to cook us nowadays, but
true.
First of all, midweek we draw against Fenerbahce in a very weird game where we just fell apart in the second half. We stopped attacking. Bit weird, but in isolation, a draw away in Turkey is fine. We move to West Ham. This is a must-win game. We go in the first half and we create 6 big chances. How many do you think we score?
Well, I mean, Manchester United are a great team and they have some good forwards. So I would assume they would score maybe 3 out of 6 of those.
0.
Oh, that's interesting.
So this season we've had 27 big chances created and we've missed 22.
Damn.
It's worrying. It is very worrying. Garnacho hit the bar, missed an easy one-on-one. Dallo is the main one.
Let's not start on that forward.
Bro, I'm convinced he missed it on purpose. I'm convinced he saw Ten Hag.
To get him fired.
Have you seen that Gerrard clip when he has a penalty and he looks at Roy Hodgson and he misses it on purpose?
No.
He just lobs it over the bar.
I've not seen that, no.
It's really funny. Anyway, that is exactly what Dallo did. So, we do that, and then West Ham go in the second half with momentum. They go 1-0 up. Frustrating. We get an equaliser through Casemiro, and they get a penalty in the last minute. This was going to be the main talking point of the podcast before the Ten Hag sack, but let's quickly do you think it's a penalty?
The one against West Ham?
Yeah.
Do pigs fly?
No, they do not fly.
They do not fly. Therefore, it was not a penalty.
It's not a penalty.
Because that's possibly the worst penalty decision over the past 2 seasons.
Crazy.
In what universe? In what multiverse?
Crazy.
Is that a penalty?
Bowen runs into Ings runs into De Ligt. De Ligt stops, actually. His leg just stops. He stops because he knows what's going to happen. And he runs into him and falls. And the referee...
Danny Ings also with the handball, no?
Yeah, it touched his hand as he fell over. But they were like, it's fine.
Because hands like this are normal body position.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Yeah.
The T-Rex, right? He goes down, then play goes on for like a minute. The referee's standing there for 2 minutes. Then he goes to the screen and he watches the replay. I'm not even exaggerating, about 20 times.
Jesus Christ.
Is that a clear and obvious... This is what I mean. Clear and obvious error. They stated, PGMOL said they want to set the bar higher. That is not a high bar. And Michael Oliver and VAR, that's one of the most senior referees.
Michael Oliver, if I see you, I'm going to spit in your face.
That's a disgrace.
Because you're supposed to set the standard. You're easily the most well-known referee in the league.
Yes.
Some would say.
Yes.
And you're setting that level of standard?
It's horrible.
What about the VAR members that were on FPL?
Why were they on FPL?
Did they have Haaland? Did Haaland also blank?
Did they have Bowen as captain? Is that why he gave the penalty?
Interesting.
Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, United lose. I'm not going to sit here and say we deserve to win. I think we should have taken our chances, and maybe if we did, we'd be in a different position. But here we are. This afternoon, Erik Ten Hag officially sacked as Manchester United coach. It went like that, didn't it? Romano tweeted, Ornstein tweeted, United released a statement.
It was like they're thinking about it. They're having a meeting about Ten Hag's future. Boom. 30 minutes later, it's done. The door.
Everything is done. Apparently, the players found out when we all found out.
That's crazy.
So they probably got the ping and were like, what? And that's it. So he's gone. Now...
What did we say? We said it.
We did
Christmas.
Say it. I've got a few points that I want to touch on.
Go ahead. Touch my points.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, I think it was inevitable. Whether I think it's the right decision or not, I'll get onto that. It was going to happen. You cannot, as Manchester United coach, be 14th after 9 games.
Nope.
You cannot have played 3 Europa League games and won none of them.
Hell no.
You swear he was like, oh, we're hard to beat because we drew all of them. I'm like, it's not that.
It's finding like
win.
the worst best case thing to say.
Yeah.
Innit? It's just like, well, we don't lose too many games, and I'm bold and ugly.
Did you see that he just they're like the Tottenham game, and he was like, oh, I don't even count that game. He was like, we're 1-0 down and we were 10 men. I don't count that game.
The way he handles the media is honestly, I genuinely think one of the top reasons why he is now no longer.
Yeah, I don't. Manager. The thing is, I don't think anyone can do it. This job has broken the best.
Mourinho.
And it's broken even people that aren't as experienced, like Solskjaer.
Ranieri.
You can put Ten Hag in the middle of that because he won leagues in Holland. And yeah, I genuinely think this is the impossible job.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
And I said it in the game week 7 review or whatever it was, that I feel bad for United fans because you're going to go through the same cycle again. Interim manager comes in, wins the next game against Chelsea or gets a draw away. And is it away or is it home? At home.
We'll win.
New interim bounce, and then Van Nistelrooy will get the job, or they might get Nagelsmann, and you'll have a great first season, and then the season after that, you'll be shit again, and then the writing will be on the wall, and then you'll go.
This is the thing.
The cycle continues.
The ball's in Ineos's court right now. They made a decision just 2.5 months ago that they're keeping Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And they basically just said, we screwed up. So that's a black mark. That's one. Now, they have to appoint someone. So there's no more of the Glazers are left. They've appointed all their coaching staff, all the boardroom staff. Now you can actually appoint the manager, and it's all of it is on you. All the pressure to succeed and get the right man is on them. So I think probably if you can get Nagelsmann, fine. I actually don't prefer anyone. I personally think sacking Ten Hag does nothing. And I've been saying it. I genuinely think it does next to nothing.
I agree.
Next to nothing. We might beat Chelsea. We might go on a run now for a month where we win a few games. But the point is, you can win these games in the next month or whatever you want. But at the end of the day, the players and the quality of players, the mentality of players, how deeply rooted it is in the club, that the toxic culture that Manchester United has become will always shine through. Now, Van Nistelrooy is going to look really, really fresh on the touchline. I'm going to like it, obviously. Ex-striker, all of this. But are you going to make him your man? Or are you going to get him in again, like you did Ten Hag in the summer? Get him in, and then in 3-4 months, when we're still bottom of the table, mid-table, maybe fighting for Europa Conference, are you going to sit there and back him? Or are you going to sack him again? Because that's just the same, like you said, the same cycle all over again. I don't want that to happen. Obviously, take your time with it. I think if you just go interim Van Nistelrooy end of the season, that's probably the right thing to do. But the problem for me is with the players. It is always with the players. I'm so sick of just sacking. That's a really slow tram.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's driver training.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
Anyways, I mean, like we were saying, I mean, I can't remember if it cut off previously, but an analogy for you is, if you were bitten by a venomous bug or spider, would you cut off the area that was bitten, or would you cut off your whole arm to save it?
Exactly.
The problem is deeper. The club is rotten at the core, my friend.
It's true.
And you need open heart surgery.
Oh, Rangnick.
Hello.
Interesting. Well, listen, Ten Hag, you gave me a couple of good memories. Carabao Cup final, lol. FA Cup final against City, fuck, what a day.
Luck.
But the win against City, the win against Liverpool, the win against Arsenal, win against Barcelona. Thank you.
And Newcastle.
Who?
Brownell search?
But look, it's time to go. And by the way, there's a rule. It's an English football rule. When you leave, you have to take your most expensive signing with you. So, Anthony.
Bye-bye.
Get lost.
Out of Divise. What was it?
I don't know.
I don't
the German thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Something.
Just fuck off. Leave. Like, we don't want you here. You know what? I'm so pissed that Newcastle have been playing like shit. I'm putting this on. I'm actually so pissed.
Recently. You got a mic.
No, I don't care. It's all right. I'll clip it on over the top. Boom.
All right.
Here.
Anthony, last year, 1 goal, 43 shots.
43 shots.
2.3%.
Jesus
And he does the exact same thing over and over again, where he just cuts in and does and misses or hits it straight at the keeper. Yeah, man. I mean, I really hope Diallo gets some minutes now. That's what you hope with Van Nistelrooy as interim. First game against Leicester in the League Cup, then against Chelsea, and then against we've got Europa League game, and then Leicester in the league. So 3 wins. Has to be.
You should be beating Leicester.
Should be beating Leicester twice.
Yeah.
Both at home, and then Europa League. You have to win these 3 games. Chelsea, I'm not expecting anything, man. Just go and play with freedom. That's all I want. But yeah, Ten Hag, thanks, but it was time. It was time to go.
But no thanks.
Yeah, and all you fans that are laughing at him on social media, you're all idiots.
Yeah.
Because you know that, are you going to stand behind the next manager or are you going to turn on him again? Because I remember these same guys 2 years ago that were so excited about Ten Hag, lost it. And now they were turned on him and they're laughing at him. Let's see where you stand. You know, for once, it's so clear what a social media fan is and a real fan is. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's because I'm a match-going gammon now, but I'm different. I'm
different, Serge.
I don't...
I'm just built different.
I see things different. I don't want to sack the manager over and over and over again. It's so jarring and nothing good happens from that, or barely anything.
Yeah. Arteta's been in the job for 5-6 years now.
Won a trophy with his own team?
Not even a single trophy with his own team that he built.
It's true.
And he's still in a job. You need to find a manager that has a project, a plan, an idea in their head.
Exactly.
Ten Hag just came in and signed all of his old mates. Yeah. Right? Onana, Anthony, Mazraoui. Also, he's all right, but still, we don't know. It's like we probably thought in that first season that Anthony came. Oh, the first few months he was here, you probably thought, oh, he's decent.
Well, he kept scoring, yeah.
He scored 2 or 3 goals. Yeah. One against Barcelona.
He's just Miggy Almiron, that's all he is.
Bro, don't get me started on Miguel Almiron. Don't get me started on Miguel Almiron. Not after that Chelsea game. Don't get me started on him.
Yeah, stuttering. I watched the game, right, and I was like, oh, Newcastle are down. Who are they they're making a sub. Who are they going to bring on? Almiron off. Right decision. Who did they bring on?
Sean Longstaff.
And?
I don't remember.
Jacob Murphy.
Ah, yes.
Game-changing.
The game changers. And then, we actually brought Tonali off as well early, which is a fucking stupid thing to do. He was our only good midfielder that day.
I think we're just mudded,
We are.
We're both just mudded. And I don't know if we said it earlier because the video did cut off, if you didn't tell. United job's the impossible job.
Yes.
And I don't think anyone can handle it. I don't think anyone can handle it unless the board backs them heavy. 3-year contract, no matter what happens, you're there for 3 years.
Well, don't know if we said this earlier, but it's Man United's strength has always been their youth products. And your Rashfords, your Garnachos, Diallos, those are actually the people who are scoring your goals and winning you games right now. And you then bring in these 100 million signings like Mount and Anthony. You look at all the terrible signings that you've brought in over the years. I could literally probably list 10 right now. I'm not going to. I could list 7 off the top of my head. 7 really bad ones.
Go ahead.
Okay, Anthony first. Mason Mount.
Okay.
Di Maria.
Fine.
Pogba.
Okay.
Alexis Sanchez.
Okay.
Who else? Writings on the wall. Let me think.
Depay.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot about Depay. Wow. Lukaku after that one season.
Schneiderlin.
Oh my. Wow.
Schweinsteiger.
I forgot about all of these. Sancho,
yeah.
Wow.
It's so funny, isn't it? We're just shit. For years, all the old heads are we're not becoming like Liverpool. You're right, we've become worse than Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say it again, but it's not Moise. It's the whole club.
Damn.
Anyways, moving on. We definitely didn't move on to talk about the Tottenham game after this. Tottenham lost. Can you believe it?
Yes.
VAR decision. Van der Ven foul someone as the last man. No red card. Where is the consistency? Now, the argument here is everyone in VAR should be specialized VAR. And we talked about the politics behind it, how for the United West Ham game especially, you've got Michael Oliver, senior referee, telling a junior referee in David Coote that he's wrong. Is he going to question him?
No.
No.
Obviously not.
So what do you think should be done?
Well, I mean, it seems ridiculous to me that the Premier League didn't think it was necessary to implement a specialised, if not separate group of individuals to do this job. You should not have referees who are still active, still playing on the pitch, still friends with the referees down there. It should be completely separate, completely separated to avoid any human error, any kind of bias in relations to the relationships that the referees have with each other, the relationships that the teams and referees have. It should be completely... You should never see or even know about who VAR are. You should never hear about who they are. But because they're ex-referees or current referees, and they have relationships with certain other referees, they don't want to, give their friends bad decisions and possibly bad reputation. You hear referees all the time coming out in interviews saying that they didn't want to make certain decisions because of how the outcome would be. That can't be the case.
No.
That you were supposed to be an impartial invigilator.
Yes.
And you are just, at the moment, I don't think there's a single referee in the Premier League that is impartial.
Yeah.
Truly impartial.
Yeah.
Champions League referees, fair play. Fair play. Most of you are good.
Yes.
Most of you. But
yes.
Don't let me ever find the man who called that handball on Lewis Smiley. Don't let me ever find that man. Whoever that was.
Lewis
Scum.
Smiley. Yes. So enough about United and Newcastle and VAR. I mean, we complain about VAR all the time. Let's go for... Let's go Brighton. Brighton 2-0 up. They've had a great start. Welbeck resurrection, right? He looked dead last week.
Yeah.
But he came back and he scored.
Wow.
2-0 up.
Not dead either.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, interesting.
Unreal.
I thought he was going to die.
Yeah, me too. And Wolves, 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. Well, and at a time.
What a game.
And they draw. And they're bottom still, or second bottom now. So Brighton, a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
A little bit shaky. But this is the thing. Not on TV.
Did you see any of those goals live?
I did not.
Because I didn't either.
I did not.
And I suppose we can move on to the other game. Brentford, they're making a habit of these entertaining games, aren't they? Yes.
A lot of entertaining games. 4-3.
Remember to talk about Brighton today for Pat.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's talk a bit more about Brighton.
Yes.
They've had a great start to the season.
Yeah,
okay?
they have. They've been...
I just want to say they've had a fantastic start. This Welbeck renaissance.
Yeah.
I'm here, man.
I'm loving it. I'm here for it.
That guy, Welbs.
Jakob Minter.
I'm here. Minter as well, cooking.
Baller.
Cooking. I mean, they didn't win. They drew, but they're still 6th. And Forest are 7th. Forest
That's
also
crazy.
Forest also with a great
Forest,
start.
Yeah. Who could have predicted it?
Yeah, I know. Chris Wood.
Damn. Third
Chris
most
Wood
goals in the Premier League.
Anderson cooking.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, I stand by Chris Wood's a terrible striker. I stand by it. He is. He's a terrible, terrible striker.
Yeah, that's why he's second top scorer.
You could say that about Callum Wilson 2 seasons ago. Like, he was, second top scorer in per 90? Most goals per 90.
Yeah.
But just
most goals per 90,
behind Haaland 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, like, strikers have this. They come into form sometimes. They go out of form. Solanke had one good season. Now he's not doing a lot at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Chris Wood came to Newcastle and arguably was one of the worst players I've ever seen in a Newcastle kit. Genuinely, he was terrible.
We're talking about Riviere. We're talking about number 9 Joelinton.
Brother, he was specifically signed to relegate Burnley. That was his only job, to take away their best goal scorer, bring him to us, and that was it. Do you remember that goal he missed against Sheffield Wednesday?
Yes.
I'd never forgive that. I'm still not forgiving it to this day. I watched that game live. It was 3 a.m. in Dubai. I was watching that live. And
I was in the group chat. I was in the group chat.
I was raging. There's no other words for it.
Naturally. How did he miss that? This day.
I'm surprised you don't think Chris Wood is so,
No, I think he is average, but I think that average strikers are better than crap strikers. And when he hits form, he hits form.
He's just coming into a purple patch.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
mean,
that's all
listen,
it is.
to be on 7 goals after 9 games is great.
Yeah.
I think if you can even hold that half of that, 3 goals every 9 games for the rest of the season, you've got a great striker.
It's okay because watch, I will bring Chris Wood in next week, and he will be shit.
That's true. Actually.
I'll bring him into my FBL, and he'll get injured.
You will curse him.
Break his spine.
You will curse him.
Yeah. I made 6 transfers this week.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What, did you have free transfers?
I had 6 free transfers.
Okay, that's fine.
How do you get free transfers?
You get 1 every week, so you can roll it and stack it.
Yeah,
so you haven't made a transfer in 6 weeks.
No. I've not been. I told you I have not looked at my team at all. I've not looked at my team at all. So here comes the comeback. I'm not last. I promise.
No. But yeah, I mean, listen. Special shout outs to Brighton and Forest
and Pat.
And Pat. Thank you for watching always. But yeah, back to Brentford. Mbeumo.
Wow.
He is actually the second top scorer. Wood is joint third. Mbeumo keeps scoring. Brentford keep fighting back.
Over the past...
just this season.
Right, okay.
Just this season. Yeah, Brentford, man. We just beat them, but they're still going. They're still going, man. For them to fight back to go 2-0 down, go 3-2 up, it goes back to 3-3, and then they win 4-3 in stoppage time.
96th minute.
Did you watch any of those goals live?
No, I didn't, Josh. Can you tell me why?
Because of the blackout.
Oh.
Because of the 3 p.m. blackout. So here we are again.
What I'll do is I'll create a blackout in the Premier League's... what I'll do is I will find the man who decided and invented the 3 p.m. blackout. I'll go to his house, cut all of his lights out, make a blackout in his house, and throw fireworks in there. Because that's all that man deserves. You are taking away Saturday joy from me.
No, it's true.
All I want to do is click on my TV and listen to sexist comments from Andy Gray and have 4 screens in front of me showing all the games. That's all I want.
That's what we grew up with.
That's what I grew up with.
beIN Sports.
It's on top. Bro, actually, Sky Sports, TNT, what the fuck do they have to offer to beIN Sports? Genuinely, what do they have to offer?
I don't like the pundits of beIN. They're just funny. I don't like their takes are so washed.
Their takes are terrible, obviously.
Takes are terrible, but it's funny.
It's like their characters more than anything. It's like they're not even football pundits.
It's classic Sky Sports. That's what they were doing throughout the 2000s, so it's a good throwback. But yeah, you've got to end the blackout in some form. Maybe bring back a game or 2, but... But yeah, man, come on. We're missing out on all of these games.
It's important for the lower league clubs.
I agree.
100%.
I agree.
But why, let's be honest, the lower league clubs, they have smaller fan bases anyways. Most of those fan bases are loyal, devout fan bases and local fan bases. It's not like you have a bloke in Saudi Arabia who's a fan of Woking. Like, a lot of the time. Those are not the people that we're talking about.
That's true.
It's the people in Woking who live next to the stadium. They're not going to go to the pub and watch Manchester United rather than go to the stadium and watch their own team if they're both playing at the same time. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So show the games.
Yeah, show the games.
Show the fucking games.
It's crazy. But yeah, on to the last Premier League game.
Yeah.
Arsenal draw with Liverpool. That's another draw and a big game for them this season.
Neither of us got that. You said Arsenal, I said Liverpool.
Yeah, we were wrong. Listen, I had faith in Arsenal at the Emirates. Saka came back from injury, scored first. Great finish. Nutmeg Robertson sent him on the floor.
Yeah.
Liverpool equalised through Van Dijk, and then Arsenal go ahead through Marino. And then Liverpool. The second half is dead, by the way. So this is another prime example of Arteta. I can't remember what I called him.
Oh.
I can't remember what I called him.
Arteta bin Sardin.
Ah, yes. There we go. That is you. That is you. Because, listen.
Prime bin Sardin.
He's done it again.
Tell me.
He's done it. You're 2-1 up. You've done it again. You're at home. I can see there's moments when maybe they're trying to hit them on the counter, but go for it.
Yeah.
Liverpool were there for the taking for a bit. And I've seen Arsenal fans be like, did really well. Liverpool didn't look like scoring until something happened. Like, to be fair, Gabriel got injured. But if you want to be a title contending team, your second defender should also be able to defend. So you had Ben White and who was next to him actually? Someone? I can't remember who. I'll quickly look it up. But listen, when you have your second string defender, it doesn't matter. You want to. I still have you down to win the title.
Mm-hmm. I mean, City have been doing it. They could rotate that back line every week and probably still win the league.
Kiwior.
Oh,
that is a step down.
That's a big.
That is a step down. But yeah, Liverpool cut through Arsenal. They made more chances, and yeah, man. Like, I do they have what it takes, man?
I said it. Yes, I think they could.
They showed me bursts. Like when in that first half, I was like, wow, they're in control here. Like Liverpool only got their goal from a set piece. Yeah, I don't know Arsenal fans. But listen, I think you need to win these games. You have to start winning these big 6 games, especially at home. I mean, the Etihad game, I get they were upset they conceded right at the end, but when you're at home, you have to win those games against the big 6, and you draw away. That's perfect. Win at home, draw away. That's fine. But I don't know, man. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be a bit pissed. I was watching that game. I think.
If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd kill myself. Just from being an Arsenal fan, to be completely honest.
For Ten Hag to be one of the worst managers, or a lot. To be fair, I'm exaggerating, but for my agenda, I'll do it. One of the worst managers in Premier League history.
Worst fucking managers.
And he had still left with more trophies than Arteta. What are you going to do about it? Bald is best.
Told.
I need our next manager to be bald.
Cry.
By default.
Oh, yeah.
I want to touch on El Clasico.
Let's talk about this.
Crazy.
Lamine Yamal.
Wow.
This boy's something else.
17.
Insane.
He's got braces still.
It's ridiculous.
He's got braces. Lewandowski on the other end of the spectrum. He's still got it.
Yes. Still scoring.
Still scoring, yeah.
Some of the most important games in the world.
At the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
4-0.
Wow. Away end.
4-0. Them to Yamal. Who scored the other one?
I don't fucking care.
I think Rafinha scored the other one.
Maybe.
Bro, this Rafinha, brother, like midweek they beat Barcelona and they beat Bayern Munich 4-1 and he scored twice. What is going on?
I told you, bro, we were trying to sign this guy for a while.
Rafinha, yeah, I know, but
we wanted this guy.
What is going on?
I don't know, man, but this Barcelona comeback, I'm here for it.
Bro,
I'm here for it.
It does look like Barcelona are good again because everyone's like, "Oh, are Barcelona back?" ?
Yeah.
And it looks like they might be. Yeah, Rafinha with the 4th goal.
La.
At the Bernabeu as well. And shock, Real Madrid fans racially abusing the Barcelona players. I'm so surprised. I am.
You're surprising me. This is my surprised face.
I honestly don't know what you need to do anymore. I mean, Vinny was defending them, but listen.
The one person I'd be happy for you to abuse is Thogden.
Good segue. Sitting among the Madridistas. Sitting near the front, actually.
Let's remember some of the worst and aggressive and just hateful fans in the world. Let's remember that.
Yes.
But they are losing 4-0 at home to their arch rivals in a game that would have cemented them breaking Barcelona's legacy that Messi set when he was last at Barcelona, the multiple wins in the El Clasico. They get beat 4-0. What does this brother say to the Madrid fans?
Calm down. It's just football. Calm down. It's just football. Calm down. By the way, this guy used to support Barcelona.
Just football.
It's crazy. He does it every big game as well. Have you seen the one where he's on the pitch and everyone's doing the clap? And he's doing it and he thinks that he started it.
Have you seen the clip where he tells his dad to suck his mum?
Yep. He's a Bolton fan. He's a Bolton fan.
We all know they're annoying.
He is really annoying, Thogden, right? And I don't know how he keeps getting tickets. Maybe he's using his own money, in which case, blow it, go for it.
Yeah.
But if not, I don't know how he's getting
it's that Sky Sports bag, man. I'm sure he's getting paid by Sky Sports.
He is on Sky. I can't believe he's got a platform. I can't
the
believe
worst people get platforms, and here we are, some of the worst people in the world, here with a platform, ready to give you the worst takes possible.
Best takes.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think Barca are good again. And they're 6 points clear after 11 games. And that's crazy. We thought this Real Madrid team was going to be unstoppable.
And it's so funny as well because all of the Bellingham glaze, all of the Vinny glaze has stopped because
Vinny's good still,
they're not going to Paris.
I think
They are not going to
Good
Paris.
segue to my next point. Yeah, none of them are going because apparently Vinny's not winning the Ballon d'Or. It's so crazy because Mbappe moved to Real Madrid to be the man, but he's not.
He's not even
Again,
the main man in that team.
He's not. Vinny is the one.
It goes Vinny, then Bellingham, then it goes Mbappe.
Mbappe, yeah. 2 offside goals in El Clasico as well. Stay onside.
8 offsides overall.
What? Damn. Statistics.
Overall, being offside 8 times is that's subbable. I think if you are off 8 times, you deserve to be subbed at the 60th.
Yeah.
Even hooked at half time.
Yeah.
Get hooked, brother, because was.
It's not been good for him so far. I can't lie.
No.
I mean, the Champions League midweek they did well, but
did we not say when he gets into a team, maybe outside of a bummy little farmers league, it would be a struggle for him to keep the same level of output.
And I think as well, the team's not built around him.
No.
So he has to fit in and be a cog.
And also, he doesn't own Real Madrid.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He doesn't have any stake in Real Madrid.
That's true. That is so true.
I think the debate now between Haaland and Mbappe has been settled, if you ask me. I think Haaland is double the player.
I'm not going to say that.
I think he's double the player that Mbappe is.
Because Real Madrid could still win the Champions League this year.
They very well could. But it doesn't mean that he's going to be the one to win it for them.
Damn.
Doesn't mean that he's going to be, the main man of that team.
That's bold.
Did you see Haaland score that fucking aerial side back heel kick?
Keeper should have saved it.
True, but he didn't. And it went in.
Yeah.
He just finds a way to put the ball in the net sometimes. And if he can find a way to do that in the biggest games, then you've got arguably the best striker ever.
Ever.
Arguably. I mean, with output, size, physicality, he's basically Jackson Storm. We've said this before. He's Jackson Storm. He's the new age of player.
I know what you mean.
Lightning McQueen, he's washed.
I know what you mean.
Too many injuries. Okay?
Damn.
But now we have the next best thing, and that is Erling Haaland, I think. My agenda has lifted.
Wow.
Speaking of agendas, Cole Palmer. You might be the best player in the Premier League.
You are the best player in the Premier League.
You are the best player in the Premier League.
He is him.
That pass was ridiculous.
The one to Neto. Wow.
That was ridiculous.
Just
insane.
Inch perfect. And you know what? If United are serious,
yes,
you go for him.
Yes, you do.
You put everything on the line. You sacrifice whatever you need to get him.
And 20 million.
He's a United fan. Pitch it right and you'll get him.
Yes.
Pitch it right and you'll get him. I promise. If you are serious, Ineos, you do this. But anyway, speaking of quickly the Ballon d'Or, so Rodri looks like he's about to win. Do you think he deserves it?
Yes.
I thought Vinny
World Cup winner.
Euro winner,
sorry.
I thought Vinny should win it because of the Champions League. And La Liga, technically. So that's two trophies.
Yeah, I do understand that. I think the Liga has been a bit of a one-horse race, though.
Not this year,
but last year, definitely a one-horse race.
Agreed.
Barcelona have been nowhere to be seen. And I think that Rodri, if you take Vinny out of that team, that Real Madrid team, they're probably going to still win that league last year.
Last year, yes.
I think if you take Rodri out of last year's Man City, last year's Spain, neither of them are winning.
I think if you're talking about like how important he is, Rodri is clear.
It's totally clear.
But I think Vinny's getting there. Vinny is their best player by far. Like he's the clutch player. He scored a hat trick in the Champions League midweek.
Yeah.
That's when Ferdinand's like Ballon d'Or. You see him?
Did they play though?
Dortmund. They went 2-0 down and then they won 5-2.
Yes.
Of course. But yeah, I mean, that's karma. And then they lost 4-0, so hold. But yeah, so fair enough. I think if Rodri wins a Ballon d'Or, it's a bit boring in the sense of he's a midfield player. He's not like the most flashy, but he's the reason City have been successful for this stretch under Pep.
Yeah,
so
of course.
You got to give it to him. Bum of the week.
Wow.
Oh wait, sorry, next week's fixtures.
Well, we'll do the next week's fixtures and we'll come back to my bum of the week.
Yeah, we always forget.
Let's start with the early kickoff on Saturday, shall we?
Do you play on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Oh, we play on Wednesday against Chelsea. That's what I forgot.
Okay, so we'll go through these. So
Yes.
we play against Leicester. I think we win.
Away or home?
Yeah. We'll win. We'll win 3-1.
I'm going to disagree with you there, brother.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me just... No. Think about this. You genuinely think your very next game, after sacking your manager, you're going to win? Your team's morale will be at an all-time low.
High.
Low.
High.
No, some of the players... A lot of the players loved him. Think about how many players he's brought in that are his players.
They can hold.
They can hold. Anthony probably won't even play.
Just play Diallo. We'll be fine.
If Faz decides that he's a retard again, like he does every single game, you can win. But Leicester have scored in every single one of their games this season.
Yes, we'll concede. We'll concede.
100% you'll concede. If Vardy's on against your defenders,
Johnny Evans.
genuinely, I could see a draw. I could see a draw that leads into something tasty.
Nah, we're gonna win.
I don't think so. I think you'll lose.
I thought even with Ten Hag we win this game.
I think with Ten Hag you would have won the game.
Mm.
I think now that you've not got Ten Hag, you lose that game.
New manager bounce. I think we'll win this one.
Yeah, that only works in the Premier League though. New manager bounce works in the Premier League. It doesn't work in the cups.
Making up new rules.
Can you think of a manager that's come in and won a cup game first time?
I don't know.
Well, exactly. I don't remember anything.
Michael Carrick, maybe Champions League. I think
he drew.
They won.
No, Michael Carrick's first game he drew.
Oh, the Chelsea game.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that was the league. So it doesn't count because we didn't win. So your theory's gone.
What? How does that make any sense?
Exactly. Hold that. The next game is Newcastle against Chelsea at St. James. St. James's Park.
It's
Revenge.
interesting. You think so? Well, Chelsea will be resting.
Yes,
because they've
conference next week. Week after. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be resting. I think. Will they play Palmer? I mean, we all saw what he did against us just now. I think it'd be hard to not play him.
Yeah, because he doesn't play conference. So yeah. He will play. Okay, no, never mind. You're gonna lose.
Yeah, I think so. And
dark times.
Something that's interesting is that I'm glad that I think it was Maresca respects the fortress that is St. James's Park, because I think he came out in an interview recently and said we have to look out for the big away. If you want to win the league, you've got to win big away games like Newcastle, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Aston Villa, West Ham. Those are big away games in the league, and you have to win those games to be a contender to win the league. That's just how it is. And it's nice to see that we are in that conversation. Do we win the game?
Absolutely not.
No, we don't. We don't.
But I'm hoping for a good game.
Can I just say, Isaac put in another woeful performance. We didn't even talk about. Did you not see the open goal?
No. Oh yes, when he did the step overs.
You didn't remember? All the brother needed to do was put it across the Joe Linton.
I don't think he's 100% fit.
No, he's not. He's not 100%.
I don't. So I'm not going to judge it. But that was a crazy miss.
But
that was going to be the miss of the weekend before Dalot decided.
Yeah, it genuinely was going to be, and the fact that Dalot did that saved his skin, genuinely, because you would have been cooked after that. Yeah. Anthony Gordon, injured.
Yeah. What are you going to do? I mean, it's not like it makes a difference.
Don't care right now.
I saw Harvey Barnes cut in once, get past two players,
dribble all the way to just back.
It's
and he
like
lost
when the stick on your controller gets stuck.
Yeah, stick drift.
I don't know why he just kept going.
That was one of his worst performances in the Newcastle shirt. It was arguably one of the worst games I've watched as a Newcastle fan this season. Definitely, arguably the worst game, to be honest. There was no attacking threat whatsoever. And yeah, I think writing is on the wall for Mr. Howe.
Damn.
And it's gonna be a very interesting rest of the season. It's gonna be a really interesting January because we need a striker, we need a right winger, we need another centre back. When Botman is on the grass now, but whenever he fucking comes
you're not
back,
getting all of that though. That's the thing.
We're not, but we will make some improvements in January, I believe. If it's Mark Gahey,
Let's see.
possibly.
Could be game changing.
Yeah.
Tottenham City is the last League Cup game. At Tottenham. I think Tottenham win.
Against City, it's
At
their
home?
bogey team. So
Yeah, I think so.
We'll go for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Just put a bet on.
Yeah.
Son to score, possibly.
Yeah, yes.
Uh,
Johnson to get
more
to
than
score
2 shots for each team. I don't know. I don't bet that
Blood
much.
does not bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the Premier League games. You asked me what was the early kickoff.
Tell me.
Newcastle
Against
Arsenal.
I know it's at home though.
Yes, it is at home.
That's
It is at home.
Arsenal versus Newcastle is always a good game.
4-0.
You think so?
4-0. 4-1. 4-1. I genuinely think you get turned over.
Yeah.
How could we gone by Christmas too? And then we'll both be here like just crying.
I will be really upset if Howe gets fired. I don't think we get turned over by Arsenal. I think it'll be like a 1-0 for Arsenal. Or maybe a 1-1. I don't know. I don't see them smashing us at home. No team's done that this year. Brighton could only score 1 goal against us, and think of how many chances we had in that game.
It's true, but
that we didn't score.
I haven't seen you go a whole month without a goal in open play as well.
Yeah,
So things
that's
are
true
changing.
as well. Yeah,
Like watching that game, I was like, where are you going to score?
yeah.
I didn't know where
I
it's
think
going to come
people also. I'll save that for next week. I don't want to ramble on too much about Newcastle, but yeah, I mean, we could easily get turned over. It depends on how we show up on the day. We need the fans to be on it.
They will be.
As they always are from minute one. The great thing about Arsenal is they're so hateable that after the last 2 times we've played them, it's been a really intense and passionate game going both ways. So it's been fights, red cards. So it'll be a good game to watch for the neutral, definitely. And there will be talking points.
For sure. I think so.
Yeah.
Watch
it be the deadest game in the world now.
No.
Genuinely. Ben Chapman curse.
Let's see. Tottenham Villa.
Yeah. Tottenham will win midweek against City. They'll look great.
Yeah.
They'll lose against
Villa. This is going to be their season.
It's the way it works.
United, Chelsea. Yeah. I think so.
I don't believe that this new manager bounce will happen.
I just want us to score a goal. No, we're going to lose to Chelsea. Yeah. We beat Leicester, we lose to Chelsea, but we win in the Europa League and we beat Leicester in the league. Mm-hmm. This is what I think is going to happen. It's what I thought was going to happen anyway, even with the Baldy. But listen, that is the last ever episode that we're doing while Ten Hag is in Manchester. He's gone.
The Ten Hag era.
Episode 10. How didn't we clock that earlier?
Fuck.
Episode 10. Damn. Ten Hag gone. So that's everything. Hopefully we didn't repeat ourselves and the video stopped. Everyone follow us on social media. We're posting so much more. You guys are missing out on some amazing content.
It's true.
I did a green screen video today. I was pointing at words. This is content you just don't get.
It's true.
So like, follow, subscribe. Go Instagram, TikTok, The Touchliner. And we'll catch you next week, hopefully after both of our teams lose both of our games. So in a bit. Peace.